still out. It is now 9:14. The beach wasn't very productive, so I just sit on the rocks here and watch a couple of the experts. We've got Fordie frickin' over down here, as usual, spinning a pilchard, spinning a beaky, whatever you like to call it. At the moment, he doesn't seem to be doing real well. We'll just come around here a little bit further to the drummer expert. Drummer and nigger. That can only be one bloke, and that's Sark. But he's carrying his bag, and there's doesn't appear to be too many fish in it. Nevertheless, he's still trying. And all the other beach fishermen are just sitting here watching, hoping. Well, I think at the moment the points go to the KB team. I've seen one mullet and one sailor. In the DA team, I haven't seen a scaler at this stage, but it's still early days. So I think we should call a halt to this and go back and have some brekkie. At the moment we're on the headland at north headland at Sandbar, looking toward Elizabeth Beach at the moment. Perfect day, could not wish for a better day. We go around there, that's Elizabeth Beach. We'll keep on going around. Beyond that headland up there is Foster. Sitting alongside is Mr. Wog. Mr. Wog, will you call a halt to these proceedings? We've got to go in for recce.
Righto! Time for a feed and a drink.
Oh, what's
KB
this? The KB team.
Here we go.
They think they've won the fishing competition.
Up in the air.
Yeah.
Sorry, his weigh-in was at 9 o'clock.
Oh, well, bullshit. Crap. No such thing mentioned in the... It's still alive.
Mate, you're dropping up.
You want a close-up?
Yeah. You better hold it.
Will you fit it in the lens?
Hold it very close.
If anyone's saying the weigh-in's at 9 o'clock, ask the bloke about the tide, you know, and see what's on the tide. Say no more, or just shut up and sit down.
KB team.
I think Fred's got the winner.
KB team. Hey, Fordie.
That's in front of the... You're the DA team. That's in front of the big gibber. You're the DA team.
No, it's KB. And a stranger to the area as well. Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Champion. A champion today. Just a champion. Describe it.
Bloody beautiful fish. Look at that one. Fantastic.
Dirty one.
It's only Smithie. Swing across to the team captain. It is only the first 40.
Yeah, a long way to go.
We'll start. When he gets the tide right, we'll be right.
Might be the last morning after last night.
We did have a little bit of trouble with the water. Lack of.
Righto, we'll go and clean them.
That's in front of...
Yeah.
I think we better get some more. I think, Fred, you're going to be cooking for a while. These blokes are looking at that one.
Good. That's all right. I'll pull up a chair in a minute. Wait till I have a drink.
Right, yep. He waits for a while. And he comes back for second and third.
I got that arrogant.
There's your drink, Fred.
How you going, Jack? You all right? Just starting to feel things, so I must be getting better. Feel what sort of things? Well, I had no feeling for about 3 hours this morning. Well, I never. What have you been doing? What's all that stuff all over you? Oh, white paint, he said. He said, oh, I'm sick of being shoved around at school, you know. He said, the kids, white kids give me heat, you know, for being black. He said, I can't put up with it any longer, he said. I thought, I'll paint myself white. I'll be a white kid. Oh, stupid, he said. How stupid, he said. The paint will wear off in a day or two, and you'll be just as black. He said, you can't change it. You know, you're black, and that's all it's about it. Anyway, a few minutes later, father come home from work. He spots him. Same thing over again. You know, oh, gee. Oh, that's just stupid, mate. Son, he said, that's not good. He said, it'll wear off. And, you know, won't do a thing. It's not going to change a thing. He said, you're black and you just got to put up with it. Anyway, the kid's getting a bit browned off, so he walks out the front door, and as he's going over the veranda, grandfather's sitting on the veranda, see, on the seat in the veranda, and he spots him. Ah, what are you doing? All that bloody stuff all over you. Told him the story, and grandfather said the same thing again, you know. Ah, you can't change things like that. It'll make no difference. You're wasting your time. Anyway, he's really shit off by this, so he's going out the front gate, and as he turns round to see in the front gate, he said, there you are, I knew I was bloody right, he said. I've only been white for about an hour, he said, and already I hate all you black bastards.
Well done, friend. Come on, Stockie, you've got to match that one.
If I knock off drinking it, I'll die.
So will I.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's up there. Oh, my God.
It's John Wayne.
John Wayne.
Bloody hell. John Wayne.
Well, good, I'll tell you.
Yeah?
Real good. Did you front him through?
Cold beer.
Yeah, mate, in there.
Hey, he's even smiled when he said that. You see?
Yes, I noticed
Can you?
Up the other end. Yeah,
Keep going the way you were.
Knows when to abstain, mate.
I mean, 3 bottles of Coke. We worried about the Coke supply, actually. 3 bottles of Coke he drank this morning.
Heard Ingham.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
That's why I had to pay $50. Everybody else paid bloody 40.
Oh, there I get your chair.
All right.
No, bullshit.
That'll be too hot, won't it?
I don't think so.
Your bum will tell you.
One of your senses will tell you.
What have you done with the weather?
It was bloody too hot for you last night. You fucking nearly went to fire, do you remember?
Oh, hell,
No.
good man, Calipers.
You're a gentleman. You just about went in, mate. Yeah, I missed the big dive into the
Doing the
fire.
right thing, getting him a beer, I was.
He didn't dive, his bloody ass went down and over the side of the bricks there, and I could see him rolling. Shit, I yelled out.
I thought, geez, that's got to taste nice.
Having a grabbed it, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit flat, though.
I'll drag him out.
I survived.
Barbecued Stockbridge.
Group who rather disappeared early tonight.
I went to bed early, that's all.
Yeah. Who started off at 100 miles an hour. Nance said, remember your age and don't try and keep up with them blokes, mate. They're all in training.
Well, you can see the time is now approaching 2 o'clock, and now we're just about to hear the sixth reading of the weekend.
Yeah,
The 6th reading.
of the book. Stop.
Stockie? Oh,
Honestly, you could write a whole book about Bill Stockbridge. for he is one of those real personalities of Tortilla Flat. He was admired by all, or at least tolerated, for he could talk the leg off an iron pot.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, well said.
Yeah. To me, Bill was never any different. Always full of energy. What happened last night?
Yeah, I went to bed early.
and enthusiasm. I just hope his wife never hears of his exploits at Yagan.
He always says, I don't want to hear about it. Don't tell me, I don't want to hear about it.
So that was a good sentence. Yeah, shit, I'm glad I'm accurate somewhere. Bill was a schoolie or chalky, and I first took him to Yagan during one of those notorious fisher...
Hey, it's your shout. Your shout again. Schoolie.
He was an instant hit with the other guys because he was a good fisherman, a great joke teller, and most importantly, he could get along with anybody. He had met,
Bit of trouble with Calipers.
or fished with every bastard on the east coast of Australia. Is that pretty right, Smithie?
That's pretty right.
What amazed me was his fantastic memory, for he could and still can recount experiences in minute detail. Stockie, though, had two weaknesses.
Only two.
Ticks and teeth. He was allergic to ticks, and we all knew that if he was ever bitten by a tick, we had to get him to the hospital as soon as possible, for the allergy would cause a swelling in his throat. And he could choke to death. Consequently, he was very careful, and during the tick season, summer, he would even walk along the track. He would not even walk along the track to Yagan. Instead, he would say, I'll look after the brander. During the winter, we had great times together catching tailor. One morning, he and I really got into good tailor near the Big Gibber. For a couple of mornings, we caught about 30 tail, around 2 pound. And as we hit the next one, we would say, this one's for Sid. This one's for Fordie. Or anybody else who was unable to come that particular weekend. Barry and Robbie Smith fished sawtooth in competition with us.
Robbie Taylor.
Robbie Taylor, what did I say?
Yeah, Smith.
Robbie Taylor. We won 67 to 66 fish.
Yeah.
For the weekend. Actually, they won 67 to 66 fish, but ours were bigger.
Yeah.
Teeth, his second weakness. The fourth kind were Bill's second problem, because he kept losing them. He's the only person to lose 3 sets of false teeth at Yagan.
He did say this time, come back with your teeth.
Come back with your teeth.
The loss of the first set was understandable. At a Christmas trip, we threw him into the water and a wave hit him. The false teeth fell out and a wave hit him. The false teeth fell out. We couldn't find him in all that white water. That wasn't a catastrophe, except that he was going to Japan 2 days later.
That's always popular when I go.
He never saw the article in the Maitland Mercury because he was over abroad in Japan. It read, lost. Anyone catching a fish wearing a set of false teeth, please ring 33 4833 reward. Bill didn't mind a brown musket, and this brought an end to his second set of false teeth. They went straight down the septic system.
I think you made that one.
No, bullshit. He doesn't really know what happened to the third set, do you? You never ever found out what happened to your third set. But they just disappeared during the night's frivolities. He just felt a large gap in the morning when he woke up.
You made him scratch his eyes.
Bill is mentioned in many other sections of this book, but to me he was a person with real feeling. He rang me during the week one year to ask a favour. Let's go to Yagan this weekend. Some favour. He had a reason. A friend needed to relax. This friend was a cop whose special job was to photograph murders, accidents and the like. The job was getting to him. Bill reckoned the remedy was a weekend at Yagan with the boys. Barry and I succumbed to the temptation and went to Yagan with Stockie and his mate. His mate was very quiet, but he joined in everything, including completely surrounding the hut with a shark net they found down the beach.
Yeah, that was...
It's got a lot of
Remember that? The elephant net was an elephant net.
It was rather disconcerting to wake up from a deep sleep and stagger out onto the veranda only to find yourself completely surrounded by a massive net, nowhere to piss. Their idea was to keep the hut from being attacked by elephants or mosquitoes or something.
I remember that, Stockie.
Yeah, that was the weekend. There were no elephants. That was the weekend that Waz got his new ute. Remember he had the diesel ute? And we went right down near the big gibber and we picked that net up.
We
Chucked it in the back of his ute.
Right, yep.
Brought her up.
There.
Went in and went to
And
sleep.
we dragged it round the whole bloody whole hut.
Beauty.
The net actually worked, for we didn't see any of the above type animals the whole weekend.
That's true.
Bill's friend went home feeling like a new person, and this bears witness to a guy who really has feelings for others. Stockie was very special to me, for he gave his whole self to whatever entangled us, be it a fight for Yagan, the rebuilding of the hut or whatever. Stockie was a true Tortilla.
Thank you. You untruth, but... Bloody hell, I can't work it out. Stockie's hat's on back to front again.
Bloody Gary Cooper hat.
Bloody...
You want me to turn his head around?
Yeah, put her on right. Put her on the right way. Oh, his hat. That's better now, right.
Now what about John Wayne? What conclusion did you come to that?
Hey?
You had to try it or not?
No, I haven't got any water.
Oh, what's that in your hand?
I'm not going to put that, keep that on the bloody hat. That's waste.
That's waste, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to drink that. And it'd be very interesting to see.
Yeah, I've picked up 7 since then, just this weekend.
Have, what do you...
Favourite
Right,
saying.
a bit of note. Oh, say. Jotted them in there. Got to be a surprise.
That's what I gave it. No, it used to be 2 years ago. I gave it to Mr. Walton. And he sat at the table there and he read for 2.5 hours. And he never moved.
No, you wouldn't be able to put the bloody thing down.
You showed it to me one time, too, down at your place.
Yeah.
When you were starting to put it together.
And he
You wouldn't be
never
able to
moved.
put it down.
Then he put it down. Well, I had about 3 or 4 beers in the meantime. He just put it down. Of course, I've got obvious many mistakes in it, but that's
No, that's good stuff.
The basis is right. The basis is... It's got to be based on something.
Yeah, Sark and I were talking about whales a while ago. See, I don't know how close. Yeah, whale suicide. I did write something about it.
Oh, God, remember that. What's wrong?
Every time I go in that caravan, it stinks like a shit out. Loggy keeps farting.
Fair dinkum.
The school of whales beaching themselves and committing suicide is now well known. In fact, today such quirks as
Reading number 8.
Too late, she's all gone, mate.
TV coverage
Too late, she's all gone.
and concerted efforts to rescue.
Yeah, we cleaned her up.
Back in the mid-60s, Sark and I witnessed such a tragedy on Treachery Beach. Since then I've heard of other beachings on Treachery. Why? Why on this beach in particular? Whether it is the deep water off this beach, the currents or whatever, the schools of whales use this beach for that specific purpose. It happened in the early days, even before beach bikes. We had risen before daylight, climbed over the Ogan hairband, and were walking up Treachery Beach to fish the skillion at Treachery. It was just high tide, and as we noticed these black bulks in the wash about halfway along the beach.
Did you know? How'd you know it was high tide?
I will ignore that comment.
He didn't look at the book like that.
As we approached, there were pilot whales up to about 12 feet long. We tried to push the first few back into the deeper water, but it was impossible because of their size and weight. Eventually, we gave up. What's the tragedy? There were 19 whales from large to quite small. We were helpless, so we continued on to the skillion and fish. I can't remember if we caught any fish, but by mid-morning the word had spread, as it always did at Yogan. Many others came to witness the happening, and a number of whales were pushed back into the deep water, only to swim ashore again. The whole 19 died. In time, I saw isolated dead whales, such as a sperm whale in the corner of Treachery. Boy, did it stink. Someone even dragged part of it back to Tortilla from Wormbelly. But never again a mass stranding such as the one that Sark and I had seen in the mid-60s. So I mean, there again, see, that's out of date, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I was up here one weekend. Big Malcolm was here, and then we went round there and
That was it. Big Malcolm, I remember
we drove round
one, dragged him back into the
and
water.
Yeah, he lifted one, put it in one on his shoulder.
got it right out in the bloody water
that's
and
right.
swam out and then come back in again.
That's exactly it, yeah.
And
That's right, mate.
I can remember 2 different times that they came in.
But why Treachery?
Well, I've heard, and it's only a theory, but there's another beach in South Australia where they do the same thing. That they commit mass suicide, and the theory that's been put forward is that it's something that's hereditary in whales. This is the theory they come up because this is the beginning of all the waterway down with the lakes. It goes right down and comes out virtually in the Hawkesbury, and you know, millions of years ago the whales used to come in and make pilgrimage down that way. And this other beach is somewhere near the start of the Coorong.
Yeah, Coorong.
And where the water, the theory is that they used to come in and go along this. But it's just coincidental, I think, that both beaches are at the beginning of these, you know, quite extensive change of water.
What are you looking for, mate?
Part of the sea.
But do you think,
chainsaw
really
go at
think
one stage,
that being
what are you wandering around?
reasonably intelligent animals, they would have got over that?
I just want to wash this out. Sometimes I fish with glass.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
But I tell you what, that was a great effort, Sark, wasn't it, of those people? I mean, there was a lot of shit involved in it. Yeah. But I mean, I like the advertisement on the bloody radio. Please, we would like young, energetic people wearing wetsuits.
Get Stockie.
And of course, they were targeting the surfies.
Stockie hat doors on.
A lot of youngers here went up there, you know, and they worked their butts off a bloody day or so. Yeah. Trevor Dyer was absolutely ratchet when he came back. They just held them, and it wasn't exhausting work, it was just holding them there in the water. So,
yeah, it was bloody
Bill, I reckon that one of the surf shops up there...
Oh.
Let him drink these plonks.
This particular story is called Star Jumper. Laughter is the best form of medicine. Occasionally, unfortunately, as you get older, very occasionally, you can really have a good laugh. And when it happens, you always remember it. I will laugh and chuckle and even crack up when this occasion raises its ugly head. During an official opening of the fishing season, Sid turned on an act that will never be forgotten by all those present. Of the 20 or so guys present, Sid was a really keen fisherman. Unfortunately, the fish were not biting, so we went adjourned back to the hut for the beer garden. Tortilla Flat was adjacent to the sandhill. All had returned except Jim the Brim. Jim at that time had an Austin A40 beach buggy which had a distinctive sound. Jim was a loner, but one of the best fishermen at Yagan. So we all awaited his return with anticipation, for he usually had the proverbial bagful. Hours passed, and Sid, more than anyone else, was keen to see Brimmer's return. Eventually, that familiar A40 sound reached our ears as Jim gave it heaps to get up the sandhills. As it happened, Sid was in the hut changing his clothes to prevent chafing or whatever. He poked his head out of the hut and said in a loud voice, "You guys keep quiet, and as Jim comes over the sandhill past the hut, I'll give him a shit of a welcome." We all sat in mute conversation and expectation as the vehicle came over the sandhill along the track. Sid in the meantime was starkest, and as the vehicle came towards the hut, he bounded out of the door and performed the most glorious star jump, very in front of the oncoming vehicle. The only problem was, it wasn't Jim. It was a family of a dad, 2 females, and 4 kids.
I ain't joking either.
To witness Sid's face and his whole body completely frozen in midair, which he ultimately saw was a sight to behold. The faces of the vehicle occupants was also one of shock in that midair position. It was rather daunting. For fully 20 minutes, I slumped against the post and laughed till I cried. I looked around, and 20 other guys were in the same condition as me. I often wonder what the people in the vehicle thought, but I dare say it was a topic of conversation for time to come. Jim finally arrived back in Yagan and could not understand why his quiet appearance was met with hilarious bursts of laughter. Sid sat quietly and sipped his beer.
Nothing more to
Exactly right, mate.
Nothing more to say.
No, that's right. I will never get it as long as I live.
Old Long Bill Bottom and Paddy and Cole in the hootenanny. They charges up the track past Paddy's hut and up the sandhill, and the old bike just kept going. And the whole three of them on their back, and the lights, red light, buggery on them. Still see them.
Bloody sand going all
There's
there.
this Paris.
It's a bit hard to believe.
Now we didn't.
Right.
Now we didn't.
It's all bloody right, mate.
Yeah,
and there's worse, I think, probably to come.
Yeah, had a bloody big spill.
You could burn.
Saw down and starts going rip, 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 rip.
In the bed listening to you.
Said to Mick, I don't think it's turned on.
Rip, rip, rip.
I'm pretty sure if you turned it on, it'd work.
Rip, rip, rip.
You bastard!
Then he checked it, and it went.
Sorry about that, sir.
Digger, I'll make many mistakes, but never one as big as the bloody tides this weekend.
Was that the reason you sort of picked this weekend? Because
Yeah, the right tides. He rang me and said, these are the 2 weeks. We've picked 2 weekends, and they're the right tide.
God almighty. I said, can't we make it any other weekend but this weekend?
No.
Yeah, he said, no, it's got to be that
Sid's
way.
off.
switch off, Sid's off, and it's right for the tide. This weekend, and Anzac weekend, there'll be too many people up here.
I think it might have something to do with he and I drinking grog in the beer garden when we tried to read the tide chart. You know, I mean, I'm taking the brunt of this attack, but I think there was also, you know, another party involved.
No glasses in use. Oh,
I'd say that's
we don't
pretty
need
full,
glasses. We're right. Yeah, we're right.
Yeah, that bloody raft race we have at every year.
Any alarm?
You got to get square onto it.
I can't remember that.
The old smoker.
You might be
Remember the old smoker?
smoking himself.
He looks a bit smoky there.
That bloody water.
Look here.
That bloody
Look
water.
at this. Look here. The same bean. Still got the same beanie in my bloody head.
Yeah,
dude, okay. Like the
pup get
colour. Oh, yeah.
Very rich off. I'll be bugging.
Hey, look at Margaret, Crockett, and Catherine and Scott. Right in the foreground there.
Oh, you've improved. You had trouble last night, Moggy.
There you go. You remember that?
No,
Yes.
You'd never know bringing up,
Boom! There's Smithie's diving hole again. Just we come back to his diving hole a lot, don't we?
Probably under there.
Yeah, back to his diving hole again.
Yeah, it was a good swimmer there.
Oh,
Was it
under
good
one day
swell
on
coming
the
in there?
other side.
Probably said do it again. We didn't see you.
I went right under one day the other.
Well,
Hello, bloody hell might see Paddy and me lighting up the chimney.
After this, I haven't put the bloody veranda on
the
there.
veranda going on, the sucking bathtub, the bloody thing.
That's bloody.
Yeah.
Now that's the other side of on Treachery.
Yeah.
Go on Treachery Beach. All the stones washed, all the sand washed out.
Yeah, she was washed out.
And I took that because you very rarely see that. She was all.
She'd be good drama time, at high tide. If you'd ever find a fucking high tide.
Look at the look on Scott.
That'd be...
That's Al Gow's old bloody Ford that he framed.
That's probably Steve. Oh, no, it wouldn't.
Well, bottle pit down straight.
Yeah, the pit's over the back there.
I'll never forget I went out one
Before
night.
we did the
Stepped off
bathroom
the
in.
veranda.
There you are. There's knocking down the old hut. There's Al Gow, myself, and Rick Parsons.
Long socks you got on there.
Well, I don't know who's the bloke swinging the hammer.
It's Calipers, isn't it?
No.
No.
Al Gow, myself, and Rick Parsons. I don't know.
I would have swung the hammer very gently on the old hut.
Well, who is it then? It's
I
not
don't
Calipers.
know.
Gotta be Calipers. I reckon.
It is, it's Calipers.
Gotta be Calipers.
Yep. Long socks, green shirt, it's Calipers. I'll drink to that.
There you are.
Still, we got a lot of time in number 2 after we knocked that down.
Well, a lot of that iron went into number 2 out of there. didn't it?
It's the demise of it.
A lot of that iron was off Mrs. Snatchell's place, Fred.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Now we might see.
Veranda going up.
No, you don't, mate. I haven't got any of that.
What a pity. What a pity.
Will you ever forget the look on that ranger's face when he came in that fucking city after
It tapped him, didn't it?
These aren't in secrets, of course.
No, they're not. Bloody face there. The old bike shed had a few parties, didn't it, Fred?
No, bloody yes. Yep. Okay.
Bloody Rick's not doing much. What he's doing standing around.
Okay, trivia. Whose legs are they? Other side of the party.
I'd say they're Sid's. They're a bit bowed.
Oh, well, there's the brakes. Oh, look at this.
Bang. Keeping well out of the way.
He's fair dinkum too. He's fair dinkum. That's possums. Wake up to yourself, Fordie. They're possums.
Still, the floor's gone. Just a bit all the
Bloody
floor up.
dog.
They're possums.
Looks like a dog.
You're watching the demolition of the hut. Wake up to yourself.
They're watching again.
Watch from the...
Well, swinging the bloody hammer there.
You get things going, get a swing properly.
Remember that football jumper? You still got that?
Oh, look at the hill.
Look how close the bloody sand is there, right?
Yep.
That's for sure.
Right up. Right up our rectum.
Oh, I had a beautiful set of side leaders.
Side burns, didn't you?
Those.
Mutton chops, mate.
Yeah, the old one.
Hey,
And they were dark.
you still see the cigarette in his hand, huh?
And they were
Yeah, about that, mate. Sorry.
The cigarette's still going.
Right, isn't he, eh? I think I used to ride bikes up that hill.
I think that
didn't ride it.
Hey, I like that one.
looks like Al Gow. I don't know if it is either Al or Rick.
I think it's Rick. It's either Al or Rick. Well, that's the only thing Rick did all weekend by the look of the slides.
I'll go along with that. Oh. And that one.
And the big guts in it now.
Bloody hell.
Your old car, Fred.
Yeah.
Must have been a bloody Easter or something.
Oh,
That's a Volkswagen.
yeah.
No,
Yeah, it is.
Building time.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
There you go.
It's the weekend the Randall was going on anyway.
What do they call them? VW bloody...
Passat?
Passat.
No. Passat?
Passat.
Passat?
P-A-S-S-A-T, wasn't it?
No,
No.
no. Earlier than that. Shit.
Anyway,
No, it wasn't
German
shit.
car, Fred.
No, it wasn't shit. No, keep thinking.
Oh, bullshit.
Oh, here we go again. Upside down.
Bloody screen.
Oh, I want that one back.
Right, back, don't worry.
Hey, gone again. Gone again. No, we don't want that. No, keep going. Yeah, keep going. That's better. That's better.
Just because I've beaten a bloody lot. There you go.
Holy bloody hell.
Oh, dictum! Dictum Wade. Where'd that come from? Where'd you get that?
Mate, that's up to you. You tell us where it came from.
Yeah, just in front, your ass.
I don't know where it is. Where's it taking it?
That didn't come in my photo.
No, there's a path there.
Bloody hell.
I don't know where it was taken.
Rotary clothesline.
Milking.
Where's that? Wait a minute.
Milk cutter.
It'll be at bloody...
Dick's place?
no. It'll be at
No, stack of,
Loyser Street.
stack of bloody wood.
It'll be at Loyser Street, I say. Yeah, where I caught the tuna. Where I caught the tuna.
Oh, shit.
That's wrong, man.
Look at that.
Isn't that a beautiful
That's the one we tried to bring up on the bike, Sid.
2 Volkswagens.
Yeah, my old one's there beside
2
Fordie and
Volkswagens.
Stockie.
Yep.
Who's the bloke on the other VW?
I'd say.
Who was Stockie? There's Stockie.
Alan Morris.
Alan Morris.
That's right, he had a VW, didn't
Probably.
Beautiful fish, the bastard.
Look at Catherine
Yeah.
staring and wondering what all
the hell's
was
going on.
She was very
My dad's so excited.
Yeah.
No, she's looking at, she's glaring at the other
Crispy.
people there.
Dad looks quite well dressed, actually, doesn't he?
Oh, must have been ready.
Notice he's built round his tummy.
Yeah.
That's in all
A
the
tuna.
There you go.
Bloody
31
dog.
pound tuna.
How were your arms when you got that in?
Right.
No, I fought him, I think, for a fair while, didn't I?
Yeah,
Nearly half an hour.
There's Nicky.
Did one.
Is it Nicky?
It's bouncy.
Absolutely.
rough, see?
Spread it.
I couldn't bloody lift my arms up.
Yes, pretty rough, see?
Crikey,
Bill pulled him out. He
Oh,
pulled him
only a
out the
little
back
one, that
door
one.
there.
Jesus, Fred, you're on here holding up big fish like you wouldn't believe.
Mate,
Bloody mate.
he's a member of the bloody KB team.
Yep.
Up the KB team. Hey, KB. Hey, KB team.
I think that just
What
about
I
seals
said
it,
is,
doesn't
you'll see the sandbar go. Steam over here in the window.
Hey, look at him. Yeah.
What window?
Holy wars, he's there
Look
now.
at that fan over there.
Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
There's the sandbar going.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna come in?
Yeah?
Invite him over for a drink.
Who's that tiny you holding?
Good luck, mate.
It's Catherine.
Is it?
Yeah, that wasn't long after we went to start going to go.
Jesus, Fred, you're on every bloody slide here.
And that's taken right out in the end of Swordfish looking back, Fred.
Look at that.
Where are we? Where are we? Sorry. Hold it. Don't go away. Don't go away.
I won't go away.
Yeah, that was
Bloody good sea
bloody
straight
top
reel.
spot, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's a fish called fish.
No,
C832, that's my car.
Yeah.
That's my car.
Yeah, even that. Notice where Mr. Walker got boards on the brand
Right,
there.
concrete. Yeah, it's concrete.
Yeah, that was when not long after that was built, sort of
Yep.
thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. But you got no. Then we put that veranda up, and then later on, I think it was Crispy and I, and I think it was Crispy and I and Stuart White put that concrete down.
I was up there the weekend.
Did you? I've even got bloody creosote in the poles. Notice that?
Can't believe this.
Ah, now you're talking.
There's Paddy.
Fred, no, that's Jack Hobson. Who's the bloke in the middle, Fred?
Oh.
I don't know who that bloke is.
Nice tailor there, do
You and Jack.
Oh, hang on. That's not Jack
Isn't
Hobson.
it?
No.
I don't think it is
That's,
either. Not Paddy.
That's bloody...
No, it's not Paddy.
No, hang on.
I thought it was Jack.
Hang on
Look at that.
a minute. Wait a minute.
Look at that brace of fish.
He's singing a bit here too.
Yes,
Big tail,
that is...
Ned Bennett.
bloody hell, that's... the bloke that lives at Barking.
Ned Bennett.
Ned Bennett.
Yeah, I told you. I did tell you.
Yeah. Just like-
I told you.
The other fellow, I don't know...
He's Ned's son.
Could have been.
Hmm?
Probably is.
Bloody hell, I can't remember that, you know.
Look at the brace of bloody fish.
Well, you want to bloody remember it because they're a beautiful lot of fish, Brad.
Oh, yeah.
They're beautiful tailor, aren't
There's
they?
beauty at the back.
Yeah, look at that
Right, that's a
bastard.
big bar.
What amazes me,
Sorry
Mr.
about
Bob,
that.
you can't remember that weekend that we went up that
Probably just
holidays,
bloody
and we
fight
got
up a
those
minute.
big ones that
We're back in
weekend.
action now, though.
Yeah, well, there
Right,
you go,
look.
Fred.
Look, look, we just built the bloody chimney there. Look, the sand is still there. We had there doing the cementing. Oh!
Yeah, I'd forgotten there was a hut up.
Oh, shit, yeah, look at that.
That was,
Oh, yeah, remember that got covered?
Yeah,
They're curry blokes, the curry blokes.
that's right.
I tell you what,
That's
have a
one of
good
the only
fisherman too.
slides we've got.
Have a
The
good
bloke-
fisherman.
A good brim fisherman.
Yep, have a good brim fisherman.
Bit on that.
No risk, mate.
Sorry, I told good brim fishermen. Remember Mr. Bob?
And niggers, I got niggers, bloody.
Holy dooly.
Oh, him no foolie.
Well, I'm worming.
Who's the bloke on the left?
There's the bloke in the burley. It's not you, Sark, is it?
No, don't think so.
There it is.
We know who that is.
Actually, that looked like bloody John Gillespie, that fellow on the left back in that last
Oh,
Hey, that old black and white beach
who's
still
this?
dropping over.
Remember this, Boggy?
Bloody hell, I do.
Don't you chop that tree!
Oh, yeah.
There's a bloke up the back.
Barry? look at Crockett's hair, will you?
Oh, shit.
He must have fucking died it in those days.
That's a bigger. This was when we first went up the mile.
That morning.
Oh.
That wasn't at the mile. That
Oh, this is not.
Hey! What's going on there, Sid?
Someone's got a big one there.
Holy
Look at the laugh on Crockett.
I haven't got a smoke in my mouth, have I?
Fantastic dick.
That's Sid in the bath, isn't it? Shoving it between my legs, whatever it is.
We know what it is.
What's that on
That's
the
not a
left?
penis, that's a
Go back.
Yeah, we know what it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the weekend we
Well,
went
I'll
up
be
the
back.
mile.
a great trick.
Oh, What's the next for the weekend?
That was quick.
Hey, you know, that's a beautiful slide, that one.
Yeah, I know, I
Look at the
can
bloody
see that.
reflection.
Yeah,
Go back to
reflection there.
Go back to that slide. Go back that bloody slide.
We are.
You don't want to look at that one.
That'd have been a bloody prize anyway.
I think it would win a prize with the one.
That would be a beautiful slide. I'd be in it.
We made it out the mile, didn't we?
Oh, Kate! Caramba! Holy shit.
Bloody old Mick White.
Yeah. No, I had the shits with you because you were going and I wasn't.
Yeah. Bloody old Mick White.
That frame's still there and Stuart White's got it there. This place, that bloody frame was built there.
Right here a while back.
Oh, there's Jimmy Russell, yes, I'll tell you where that is. That's up
that's
at Moriel.
a bit dark.
Yeah.
He cut his dick off, wouldn't
Yeah,
he?
that's Jimmy Russell, isn't it? Look.
Yep. Oh!
Holy bloody hell.
Holy shit! What's that you, Smithy? You've got to be joking. That's bloody
Smithy, Helen Rebellion, Barry Wheeler.
Barry Wheeler,
I don't know who the next bloke is.
That's bloody
Barry Pilgrim.
Barry Wheeler.
There's Sue.
Yeah,
There's Gus Rebellion. Gus on this end.
Where the freaking hell?
That's at Sid's bloody 21st.
We shouldn't look at those things, mate. You're too old for that.
What are you doing here, Calipers? Yeah. Just lost one.
Oh, right.
Oh, well, look at this one.
You got like a reflection on that
Leave that on it. Like it all get out of bed now.
How would you like that rap round your ears, mate?
Oh, bloody hell, mate. It would be.
You on the way there, Mr. One?
Hey, other one.
What are you doing? Holy gee. Studio in 681, that's Bill's car.
Yeah, 9681.
Bloody board head there.
How's that one?
Where are we now?
Who the head?
That's out on...
Morielda.
Is that a Moriel?
Where the bloody head there?
Yeah, it is.
There's the crown. 3 months old crown, a bloody beat up box wagon.
Oh, 9681. That was the bloody pig. That's Jimmy Russell down the end there. I don't know who else the other one is.
Right.
Probably Lloyd.
No, I'm not going to rock
yeah,
over here.
Right, that's Lloyd too.
Remember the night? Lord yelled out, help, help! It's Horton's.
Yeah.
Horton's Winery. Yeah.
Look at the look
Just,
on Sid. Oh, yeah. There's a bloke on the left.
You're not buying all them, are you?
I
We
tell you what,
went in there.
we tried.
We'd like a bit of brown musket, please, into this vineyard in Western Australia.
Ah, shit.
So we had a
This is
bit of a taste of it.
Oi, Horton's.
Yeah.
You know, the bloody...
And this bloke says, well, how much would you like? We said, oh, I suppose we'll take about bloody 5. 5 what? 5 25 litres. So he said, you better come downstairs.
That's where we were. We were topping them up.
Holy shit.
Definitely weather, Mr. White.
That's up on top, yes, I can tell you where that is. That's out heading down to Palm Valley.
Yes.
And we're on the big rock,
Yeah.
what do they call it?
No, we were at, the
God, you're a rough-looking bugger, Mr.
We
White.
were heading down to Palm Valley from there.
Yeah.
Up the Pink River and down to Palm Valley. Shit.
that's at the,
Look at the beard I had then.
You was curly, mate. Curly.
Holy shit. That's at Shelley.
where's
Don't
that?
chop that tree down.
Where's it? Is that?
We hadn't been drinking at all.
Remember that, Stockie?
That's the story.
Oh, bloody hell.
Look at this.
Jesus, they're dragging them out of bloody nowhere there.
Almighty, eh?
That's over in George Street, remember the house in George Street?
Oh, yeah.
Paddy, Colin, Lloyd, Barry, and
Yeah, look at this. Look at it, will you?
Long socks for him.
Jenny.
Jenny, that's Margaret, isn't it?
Margaret.
Oh, yeah.
He married
Looks
parties we used to have
like
there.
the record of the Boleros, Kelly. Could be. Something exciting was happening anyway. Yeah.
That used to turn them on, Fred, didn't it?
Bloody hell. Ah, she was fantastic.
Oh,
What are we waiting for it to cool down or something?
All eyes are on. Waiting for something to move or what? Bloody hell. Waiting for the corks to pop. All eyes
It looks like champagne.
Oh,
Whiskers. Remember that? Whiskers.
There's the bloke in the middle.
Claude.
Claude. Oh, Claudie.
Sark. I remember that day that bloody pig got away.
yeah.
We brought it back.
Bloody hell.
Who's on the end there with a thumb up?
Where?
Lloyd.
Thumb.
There it is.
Lloyd.
Oh,
Looks like it. That
Mr.
shirt,
Caliber.
that shirt.
Looks like he's bent thumb.
Yeah, Calipers bent over, yeah. Yeah, he must be cleaning the bloody...
Yeah. Scrub them, mate. Scrub, you bastards.
That's the only job we can trust him with.
Excuse me, what time did we get those on?
When was that, sir?
No, God,
Remember?
only
What
knows.
time?
I gave up dairying in 1970.
hey, now, where's this? Come on, how's your memory now?
Only a boy, isn't he, eh?
Go on.
Looks
Come on.
Sunday picnic.
You still got that beanie? See, I've got one almost
yeah.
identical to that.
Yep.
Jennifer.
Okay, where are we?
In the background.
There's Lloyd and... Oh, I had a cranky corner. All right? Huh? We go out there and camp once? Yes, we did, didn't we?
Still ringing the old KB.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
KB King.
No,
Where they go? Where they go?
Nah, I wouldn't have been paying the corner.
Oh no, give up.
Don't think I went there.
Give up, Sid. Where are we?
Play on the wall now. I've got a clue. I thought it was a good bloody. I haven't got a clue. No.
You bloody old
You ain't big ears.
Righto, Smitty, who's the Sheila?
That's Helen.
That's Helen Billion.
Billion.
Gus's sister.
Gus's sister, mate.
Oh, my God.
Where would Gus be now?
He's down at Mittagong, down that
Well,
way.
yeah, he's
He's lived there for years.
trucking business,
Go on, no?
removalist business. Last time I heard.
Where's that taking it?
That'd have to be in Sid's place. Sid's
Yes, it was. Yep.
Yeah, the old...
I'm
Yep.
not right here.
And they'll be in the bedroom.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
that's right.
Go on.
Yeah, it wasn't even lined. Well done, well done.
Where the hell's that like?
That's Sid's place.
That's the Sid's place, isn't it? Yeah.
There's bloody old radio.
And mate, she was fair dinkum too.
Bloody old radio.
That wasn't a night after a ball, was it?
We probably the gear on till daylight, and then we
Oh, there's a bloody good shot. Look at that.
There's your old dog, Sid.
Oh, bloody dog.
There's the caravan.
Yep.
Leslie.
That's right. Yep.
That's a good shot.
Yes. The only thing you can't see where the vehicles park. Remember we put that
Bike shed, the
bike
buggy
shed
shed
up
there.
there. We haven't got any photos of that at all, have we?
Ah, right. No.
This end,
Yeah, that's I can see it falling there. Early one morning.
Sid, what was your dog called?
It had to be an early one.
Ah, there you are.
Remember that?
The snake, yeah.
God, Lord.
Still got that cap too.
Who's that on the right? Whiskers.
Whiskers,
Yeah.
Lloyd, Sark, myself and Jimmy
It was
Russell.
22.
Where's this?
That's a brown snake.
That's at Morialba.
Remember that?
You want to have a
Peter
shit?
Kendall's place.
When you go for a shit.
We were shit, we were,
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
we were shitting that bloody log.
Yeah.
I went down to see what's going on, and I see this bloody brown snake jumped up. 42 bloody pellets later,
Oh shit, that's
we
up,
got him.
That's up at Shelley again.
What are we doing, Calipers?
We're having a bit of a dance, mate. Why not?
Look at
The old bloody...
Loggie's had the leak.
Billy,
Yeah, it's only a short stop, this one.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't Shelley, that'd be
But we thought, Stockie, at that time, we thought we were exploring the unknown.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that bloke sitting when we
I
were
still got that black
going
and
up
white
a couple of weeks, boys.
Oh, really? Oh, I know where that is.
Where
Yeah.
Yep.
Where?
That's down, just down from Marpoon Mission.
That's right. Yep.
Right under the tree, and I can still see Mick White cooking those oysters in bloody urgent on the barbecue.
Yeah.
What's got a fish? Is that a queenfish?
Yeah, queenfish.
No, it's Trevally.
Trevally.
Trevally, the one on the...
They go into
right,
queenfish.
Sark, I don't know what
No, I
that
don't
is.
know what the one on the right
Bloody
is.
big fish of some description.
And mate, they
They're
hit
all
it,
the fish
bloody,
up here in
they hit it in
black and
third
white.
gear, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember
You
that?
know what? You know, I don't know whether you blokes know Johnny Foot.
Johnny Foot, no.
No, I don't know Johnny Foot. Well, he went up to bloody Marpoon. Remember, we went along
The beach.
that lake. No, remember that lake, that inlet.
Oh, yes.
Well, he fished in there not last year, the year before,
All right.
and they got barramundi, mate. They couldn't bloody well
Yeah.
believe in that inlet. And we
Yeah.
fished the beach, but we had a lot of fun anyway, didn't we?
Oh, did we what?
Can you ever forget bloody...
Blood spurting out of your bloody hand.
Yeah.
was bloody Mick and that shark going around the
Yeah.
bloody boat?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember that bloody shark bit me on the finger when I caught it in the pool?
Yes, it did. He grabbed you. Yeah. He got him by the tail and he grabbed you.
Yeah, bit me on the wrist. Yeah.
Oh, yes, he did. Yep.
Yeah.
There's Lloyd still scrubbing.
Right, that's the only job they gave him.
Oh, that's the official opening of the caravan.
Yeah, that was
See
the one
the
we
shit
saw
paper?
last night. Yeah.
Yeah, shit paper. That's little Scotty, is it? Have a look at it.
Oh, yes, one of the young ones, isn't he?
Holy dude!
Oh, the
Bloody
nappies.
nappies are under.
Hey, what's going on here?
There's the snorting Norton up there. We're
Yeah.
doing something around the
Who's the nappies for? Come on.
That'd be your kids.
No way. No,
No
it wouldn't
way.
be right. No. That's my crown there.
Yeah.
Shit, it must be my kids.
Yeah, bloody loaded.
Bullshit. Don't believe that.
We've had to do some bloody repair work on the bloody Norton.
Hey, remember the crown going up to Morialda and down the bloody drain and up the other side?
Yeah. Just don't. Just don't.
Yes, we're still working on it.
Who owns the blue thing, 202?
That's mine. That was my bloody old bloody
Bloody.
Morris Major Elite.
Oh, Morris Money.
Crockett Cortina.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the old green and white
green one, yeah.
And it looks like I'm doing some adjustment to the clutch.
Oh, you're always doing some adjustment with bloody...
We needed.
Remember that bloody Cortina? We used to go to the bloody back.
Races, yeah, I've got some
Yeah, you're right there.
over there.
Yeah,
Bloody
Back in the VW, the Morris Mini days.
He flipped him on the last corner and won the race.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she did. I'll give you a copy of that one for
Where
you.
was that taken?
Now, Stockie, you remember these guys.
Where's that one?
That's where you got our t-shirts.
That's,
Oh, that's the bloke, wasn't it?
Jackson.
Jack
Allen.
Jack Allen.
That's what Allen.
Jack Allen.
That was that famous weekend.
Shit, that was a weekend. We don't want to go through that
Ron
again.
Allen got
We fought
involved.
bushfires.
Yeah.
Remember, Stockie? We fought bushfires. We did everything that weekend.
That's a good one of the old barbecue.
Hey, one of
Old
me
goo
mates.
owner.
He's about to eat his egg.
One of me mates.
Oh, I got a
He's
beer.
gone.
I got a beer in me.
They're gone. Yeah, I have too.
And we've got our Yagan shirts. That's the bastard I had on today. That bloody thing that I've got on there.
Yeah, mine's got a few holes in it, but she's still going.
Here they go.
Oh, we're playing cricket on the beach.
Oh!
There you go.
Calipers in his umpire suit, see?
Bloody sailors, what was going on?
We drove down there, swept the beach, remember? Laid out the boundaries and everything. Except the boundaries went round there, but they thought, what the hell's going on here?
Everybody won the field on that side.
Yes.
King Canoe. Water bank.
Yeah, we had a bit of a damp pitch that day.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
A couple of women in there too.
You might notice I've got my big
You
dick
better
hanging out.
just study up here and have a count.
Well, looks like me with a hat. There's Al here.
There's get fucked, Emil.
We ain't gonna work with black labour.
There's the bird down hanging onto the bloody umbrella.
You got the
See it?
bat. No, you got the bat.
Yeah.
Yes, you got
And I'm there with the bloody cricket hanging out.
Bloody fucking evil.
That's another bird right in
on
front
the
of
right
me
there.
there.
What was his name, Fordie? Hey, Fordie, what was his name? Hey, Emil, what's his name?
Fucking evil.
Emil. Still teaches down in Swansea, right?
Bloody, Morrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
The 12 days of Christmas.
And other items. God, we were pissed that day.
What a gruesome sight. I've been sure it'd be your sister.
That was before nude bathing was ever thought of, mate.
It was cold that day.
Yeah, it was cold. Definitely cold.
Oh, Blackie.
Blackie.
Yeah, I guess that. It looks like baby.
I'm not sure what I should take here. Through bit or the top bit? They're
Why
both,
you bugging your foot on me?
I'm just thinking they're both bald.
I get a flash of that one.
Yeah, you get that.
They're both bald, so we'll just go on to the next one.
I hope you're not zooming in on it.
Why wouldn't I knew well. We'll just have a look at this. Here's just another chap.
Trevor Black, actually.
Trevor. There's something wrong here. He's got hair on the top and gets bald on the bottom. I don't know what's going on.
Jeez. That was a long time ago.
Shit, I forgot that you were on video.
How are you, Trevor? Yeah. Sit talking to you, mate. All the best, matey. What are you?
Right?
Woggy's all right. No, he's bald both ends. We've got a close up of Woggy.
You're going to have to do some editing.
Yeah, I think so. There you go.
Well, come on, you got the bloody finger on the button. What are you...
This is the beer garden,
This
isn't it?
is the third act.
Hey, that's number 4.
Number 4.
Hey, number 4. That's one of the few shots we've got of number 4.
Remember the stump in the middle here?
Yeah, bloody oath.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. The beer garden we used to erect up there.
No. The side.
Remember that? We used to put the beer garden out.
That looks like.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. That's
Trevor
right.
up the other end.
Everything out
That
there.
might have been the time you took Blackie bloody prawning, was it? And flew out of the beer.
No.
Yeah, we didn't.
It was in
I
number
think
2.
it's just a...
You'll all be buggers.
Oh,
We
that's-
ain't
yeah,
got many
that's bugging.
shots of a digger. That's one of the few.
Yeah, that's what we used to swing the annex out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back to the cricket.
Cricket.
This is mid on over here.
West Indies are batting.
That bloody
What colour are they? What colour are they, Mick?
Everybody wanted to furl at mid off on that particular day. I don't know why. Jesus, what have I done here?
Bloody chair.
Probably the umpire's chair.
That's the old red rooster.
You about to catch a ball.
That's Ron Allen, isn't it?
from, never came back again.
No, he never had one trip up there.
No, he couldn't have it, mate.
He was in hospital for 3 days after.
I wonder why he didn't come back. Hey!
Stockie in his underdecks.
There's that bloody hat there, Fred.
Hey, what, he's missing his missus too, but look at
Gill
that.
356.
That's Jack there dancing with you.
That stupid Passfield, or whatever his name was.
Chris Passfield, he was a dickhead, wasn't he?
Of the first order.
Holy bloody hell, here we got bloody Lily coming in.
Have a look at the stuff.
But the umpire is brightly dressed, Fred.
Peter Smith. Adjudicating on whether it's a no ball.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, I remember that.
This was mid on.
This is mid on.
Everybody wanted to field over there.
It
but
was
they
mid
don't
on.
mind.
No, you didn't use your telephone.
Rung him up.
There'll be more of it.
Yeah, very good. Gentlemen.
That's it. Okay. Well, so ends the second night of slides. Got the Yagan reunion at Sandbar.
Put Lloyd on.
Top
Put
night.
Lloyd on. We've all got to have a drink now.
But I think it's that's not the finish of it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Definitely not the finish of it. It's going to go on for probably another hour or so. I'll have to see some more memorabilia,
We're going to have some more of that.
some
Mr.
more
Woggle.
stories. More stories.
I think we might just have all one.
On that note, I'll just
Dear.
Mate, I'm Fort Man now.
Oh,
we'll
mate,
just close this and
Yeah, love it.
just see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. I honestly don't know. I think everybody's had
Benjamin's probably my favourite.
a top night,
That's like a big sport.
a real good night.
I went home and told
Long press.
So just see what happens.
When I was in the restaurant,
You know, I mean,
Just 50 cents I make mine for. What do you pay? What do you pay for it? Go and buy a bottle, $2.20
for a bottle of beer.
Isn't it?
I don't know. I don't buy this
At
stuff.
least. At least.
Jack it up there, wreck.
Well, we're back again.
Right up the rectum.
Just after the
Rectum.
video show, the slide show.
Rectum.
Blew their bloody guts out.
I'd say tea is possibly the next next thing we should
That's if you can
concentrate on.
stop drinking.
I'm not the cook tonight, mate.
Fine, mate. They're on the table.
I've done my part.
Yeah, no, that Wonder Lager's bloody beautiful.
How do you spell it? W-I-N-D.
W-A-N-D-A.
So we'll just
Wonder.
You wander here,
As
you
in a
wander
fish
there.
call.
Wonder.
see, I think that might be the lead of that bloody
No, wait a minute, no, wait.
you reckon? Okay, mate.
I hope you've noticed.
Yeah, what? Over here. Yeah, what have we done?
Camera over here. This way.
I'm wondering how I'm going to get across the floor.
Oh shit, it's clean. Oh my God, what have you been doing today? Oh, you. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't hit me, don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Yeah, I shit this off, mate. Is that two already? You'll have another one.
This is those legs stick out on that table.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
We had our.
Well, it was very good, Mr. Wogg, bringing that board up. That was bloody brilliant.
We had the stew.
Finding Smithie, Mr. Wogg. At the time you brought that special bloody port up to when we were skiing.
We've had the stew.
There's a blizzard on.
We missed Mr. Wogg's omelette this morning. We also missed Mr. Smith's
don't have tomato sauce.
Like a pickle sandwiches. Because he was asleep. Gone. He was gone.
I don't believe this.
And now it's up to Mr. Smith for fair tea.
Tomato sauce.
I tell you what, he's doing a fantastic job. He, like me, is sober. And we're working.
Bullshit! Like me, it's sober. Bullshit!
Yeah, we're working on this. Smithie, tea will be about, I'd say, 25 minutes.
What'd you say, Frank? That's what he said.
As the fairies are, mate.
Look, that's not me shaking, that's the trees.
Yeah, the van's gone.
Yeah,
gone.
So we'll just, well, I've let comment. I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure what to say next.
Lies for sale, $100,000.
If we weren't here, we're not pissed anyway. We shouldn't be here. That's right.
You say nothing.
Yeah, but
You got to
Not going.
look, honestly, Mr. Ford,
Barry's taking his van home because he doesn't use it.
he was doing a top
He's
job.
going. Yeah, he's
Top
going.
job.
But Sid
Top job.
and I, we're here, mate. And you're here too.
Whew.
There you go there, Fred.
All right. How are you?
You got the grog in there? Bloody hell I have. I've got good stuff. Bloody hell. Here's fun.
Coming. Yeah, mate, I'll tell you what, you ought to talk about that.
Cheers.
What about me?
Here's the cook.
We've just about got all these
out on the lumpy pickles. What about me? I missed out the tea last night. The lumpy
what we
pickles.
want. Get them all onto
Hey,
the
look at
plonk.
Crockett.
Believe this.
Get them onto the plonk. Can't beat it.
What do I do with it? The noise!
Tell you what, he's got a long way to go.
Smithy's cooking the vegetables, mate.
It's like just steaming at the moment.
I've been shot before.
I don't really believe this either. Two blokes have slept all day and now demanding.
Here we sit like birds in the wilderness, birds in the wilderness, birds in the wilderness. Here we sit like birds in the wilderness, waiting to be fed. Hey!
Would you believe this? I have never come across anything like this before. This is unbelievable. I don't believe this.
Sid, we aren't half hungry. I mean, we missed out on our bloody omelette this morning. Then we missed out on our 40s lunch.
Well, how can you eat when you're sound asleep?
We had beautiful ham sandwiches for lunch. We had beautiful ham sandwiches for lunch while these stupid bloody...
Yeah, slept.
I made the ham sandwiches. Oh, sorry.
No, Fred made my onion sandwich.
Yeah, stuffed him up. I did that specially to stuff him up so he couldn't beat us speaking.
Good thinking.
Believe me, they were 9.5 bloody onions. he said, give me a rating out of 10 on the bloody onions.
8 out of 10.
Oh, mate, they were 9.5.
They're all the same.
dear.
How are you, Bads?
No, mate, we're both the same.
Exactly.
I'll let them pressure you, mate.
To make him welcome.
Hey, Sid, I've cracked my
Tonight is joining with our celebrations.
Excuse me, Mr. Woggs cracked his plaster.
Well, let's burn it. Well, chuck it on the fire.
Make sure he gets his arm out.
Oh, well. So we'll just...
As long as you didn't blast your tractor anyway.
Look, I'm trying to stay saver. I'll tell you what, that's the problem.
Oh, you're right.
These blokes, that is a problem.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Boss, mate.
You're looking up the kill. Plates are out. That'd be cold. All right, put your steaks on the plates.
Right. Who's not hungry? From Christ, I'm starving.
There's the plate. There's the plate. There you go. Look at this little one from
Marvellous.
Okay. Back in action.
Right. Rarest one to see. Sorry, these were a bit late. Pumpkin's a bit late.
In the van. Put your bloody act together, come on.
This is Barry's night tonight.
Steak supreme.
Yeah, steak supreme. That's right.
Guess what's for after dinner dinners?
That's Sark's bloody.
Lumpy pickles.
Way to serve that.
Yeah.
I'm really not this hungry. Like his forte a bit funny. Oh shit, I'm looking forward to this food.
Only got a little.
So am I.
He's got pumpkin to come. He's got some.
Not only the best feed I've ever gagged, but it's the food.
Oh! You mean to say you didn't have much of a feed last night?
Ah, dear, oh, bloody dear.
Stockie, you'll be the bloody death, mate.
There you go, I don't know.
Everybody got a chair?
Yeah, we'll get something. You sit down. Shit, do they come in big lumps?
Having a carrot sanger one.
As you can hear.
Thank you.
That'll do me.
This is
I didn't put the pumpkin on earlier. So I had to mash it.
this is Smithie's
Steak supreme.
steak supreme. He's really come to the fore.
Really has turned it on.
This is unbelievable. It is. He's really gone beyond the contract, actually.
Gone beyond the contract, all right.
Tell you what, if Fordie done this today, we wouldn't have starved. We had.
Have you ever tried to cut steak with a bloody arm in blood?
No, we had bloody lovely pickles on for lunch. I didn't eat enough pickles for lunch.
Hey, no more.
No, it's just a bit of...
Oh, that's food.
Once again, you've gone beyond the contract, Steve.
Beautiful.
That's what I mean, we think your glass or my glass.
We're going to have proper food, haven't we? Beautiful raw onion in the potato. That's fantastic.
That's mine. It's in the negative.
My mum used to do that all the time. Did you? Yep. That's fantastic.
I'm not in charge of porch, I'm in charge of brown muskets.
I'll get you one of it.
Don't panic.
Yeah, don't rush into it. Bloody corn!
Machine gun bullets.
Who's going to corn the shit out of that tonight?
Right, Sark?
What do I do with me plonk?
3 buckets, huh?
Natural food.
If you're having another one, I'll have one with you.
Not having another one, I'm just having one.
Whoop, sorry.
Oh, geez, whoever cooked this steak, it's bloody beautiful.
Calipers. Oh, okay. Wob said I could have one.
Hope Calipers got his own.
I could have one. Thanks.
Yeah, suck it, Homer. How's the steak supreme?
Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent.
Tops, is it?
Yeah.
Well worth waiting for.
Pass me a bit of
Best
salt.
feed I've ever had of sandbar, I can assure you.
Oh, well, that's good. That's tops.
Pass me a bit.
Mr. Ford, after our non-lunch time, well, how do you like your...
This is absolutely fantastic, mate.
Yeah.
Smithy can cook my steak any time,
Well,
mate.
what about the lovely pickles we're supposed to have for lunch
We can
today?
have after dinner doobers, and it'll be lumpy pickles.
Oh, that doesn't sound right. We should have ice cream after this. And we're like this.
Hot with tomato sauce.
Excuse me, we sit through.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
With tomato sauce. Okay.
No, it wasn't your fault.
Oh,
Once again, Smithy, you have counted exactly right.
oh no. After I know. Where's the Zolt?
You, mate? No, that's it.
Here it is.
There,
If you can work it, you better.
We'll just get an end of the table now and
just shake it.
Stockie, can I have your attention 1 minute?
It's the best feed I've had at Sandbar this weekend.
That's the only one he's had.
Besides the only one, are you enjoying it?
One. Am I ever?
Tops, is it tops?
Not only that, it's that good he's going to keep this one down.
Waterproof.
Oh, not bloody sweet corn. We're not. Don't you have corn, you bastards.
What do you think about it, Mr. Wog? All right?
Oh,
Top,
fantastic, mate.
top.
The steak was beautifully cooked, medium rare Baz, just like I like it. Thank you, mate.
Other words, Lloyd didn't cook it.
That's right, Crockett didn't cook it.
Okay. Tiny?
Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect. Man of few words.
Absolutely.
Man of few words.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Get your bloody pronunciation right.
Nothing
Ted.
wrong with this. No, dear.
Beautiful.
Tops.
Piss off.
Very well for a vegetarian.
Yeah, you've done well, yes, for
I
sure.
think I am.
What are you chewing on there now?
There's
Steak supreme. Steak supreme.
oyster steaks, aren't they, or something?
Oyster steaks. Yeah, fair enough. Yep.
I like the steak part, not too much about the sticks, you know?
Yeah. I understand, yep.
Mainly involved in the steak part.
That's fair enough.
And
Yeah.
by shit, it's good.
Fred, what's worrying me is the wood supply.
Oh, I'm sure it would be. Because we would have to go and get wood. And while we would not want to go and get the wood, we had to get the wood.
Yeah,
and the wood
because the wood was there.
The wood was there.
But in the meantime, we were pushed
The wood
into
ran out.
getting
We
extra
had,
wood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We had no wood. And the wood had to be replenished.
Yes.
The wood. Wouldn't that we went
I think there's
Went
a leading
to
up
get
the park,
the
the
wood.
National Park, somewhere along the line.
We're doing woody well, mate.
I can't do any more.
Hey,
Stick it on, someone else.
Wooden tit.
Wooden tit.
Wouldn't fit or wouldn't tick? Wouldn't fit.
No, wooden tit.
Yeah.
He does. He's gone to bed. No, he's going to get a cup of coffee.
Hey, listen. Can you cut out the bits of fat round my mouth?
No worries at all.
Leave them there.
No, we can cut them out.
Oh, you can? Good.
Yeah.
Righto. Carry on. I'll wipe a bit more around then.
Hey, that was a top feed, Smithy.
Yeah, well done.
well done.
Hey.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, hey, hey.
You couldn't have enjoyed it.
Beautiful, mate. Bloody beautiful.
Needed, digger. Needed. If that's the best word for it.
Yeah, not wrong.
I mean, I could have eaten the bloody... Yeah.
Oh, you do, didn't you? Yeah. Even a bird's piece of steak. Just 2 fingers, mate. You haven't heard that saying for a while.
What's that?
Eat the arse out of dead skunk.
Yeah, the following weekend and hooked into those tails at 1 mile. Did we? But your memory's fading.
Stockie, how mate, see?
You sorted the
You're
bloody
lucky, mate.
mullet down. You gave the Sark.
Yeah.
And Sark went up there. weekend or next weekend.
Yeah, that was bloody Easter weekend.
Yeah.
It was an Easter weekend.
Can't remember that.
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
there you go, see? You're suffering from craft, mate.
Yeah. Oh,
Can't remember a fucking thing.
Yeah.
An ordinary thing. Ordinary. Even.
Good one, Gal, a bit of craft.
Yeah, well, that's right.
I like that.
Yeah, about the hole in down front of Yagan where 1,000 odd tailor went out in the Easter break. Remember that, Calipers?
Yes,
Hello, here comes.
I did that one that was down at the...
There's one in his bloody biscuit out
This
of
one,
like that.
Remember that, eh?
That was beautiful bloody. Yeah, no, like that couple.
Was down towards the big gibber. A bloody heat star in that too. Weren't very big, but there were a lot of them.
Pass it round.
Why not?
Yeah.
We just have a little bit of decorum here.
Oh, you are.
This, well, you know, it's just one of those things. This has got to be, this is, okay, we'll just wait for Stockie. He picked up his biscuits.
God. Make them take their bloody hats off.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea too.
That's an ignorant table, mate.
I won't know which way I'm going
Make them
if
take their bloody hats off, Reggie.
I won't
Well,
even duck our, we even duck our biscuits. Look at that. I won't know which way I'm going.
Well, when we get this
I take
bloody,
that off.
when we get this decorum back again, okay, right at the moment we just don't want to, you know, cause any friction. Any friction? Any friction?
Absolutely.
just because the KB team's winning, we'll say no more about that. This is the 8th.
Hooray!
This will be the 8th reading.
You've got some shit in, doesn't he?
The 8th reading of.
Right, the 8th reading. Right, this one is entitled Sark. Patterson Pub, 1963, Friday night. We've given the perch a go, but how long since you've been beach fishing? A half-slurred Crockett came from Sark. Well, Dad took me to a place called Sandbar in 1952, and I couldn't tailor on my first throw, I replied, equally half-slurred. Why don't you go to Treachery? Came a comment from Ray Crouch. Where's that? We asked. Little did I realise that the above short conversation was to dictate my leisure life and influence many of my other friends for the next years to come. Sark and I went fishing that weekend in the VW. Another story. My first cast with a capstan reel and a split cane rod yielded a 4.5 pound tailor. By mid-morning, Sark and I returned to the tent pitched on the top of Treachery Headland. We had caught about a dozen butte tailor. Sark, being the person who believed when you're on a good thing, you may as well stick to it, decided that we would be beach rock fishing. This determination, otherwise known as stubbornness, resulted in us building the Tortilla flat number 1. His common sense and downright down-to-earth attitude was an inspiration to us all. The hut was constructed and completed by 1964, mainly due to Sark's persistence, and we should have a hut at Yagan. Because of his perseverance, we built the hut and the extensions, bought beach bikes, perfected fishing with beakies, proved cabbage to be the top bait for drummer, and found that Yagan was an ideal place for relaxation and to bring up kids. Of the countless trips to Tortilla flat number 1, one thing is certain. Sark came here to catch fish, and fish he would catch. His gear was always spot on. I remember a night at 1 mile in the full moon. Sark, he was going to catch a big Jew. Sure enough, by floating a booty off the rocks, he hooked one. I gaffed it. More luck than good management. 40-pound Jew. Caught. This is not shitting me half off reading this. We caught heaps of bream one night. 65 if I remember. And drove her up to 8.5 pounds. There is no doubt that his fishing prowess was an influence and inspiration to us all. Sark the doer, even though late at night he would say, "The country's fucked." We knew the next morning he was as keen as mustard and was the first to throw off Sawtooth. During the fight for Yagan, Sark can hold his head high, for together we canvassed politicians, interviewed the media, consoled the residents, and spent countless hours trying to retain the settlement at Yagan. Our lives have taken different paths. Again. And we don't enjoy each other's company as much as we should. Yet Sark the fisherman of Tortilla flat number 1, Tortilla flat number 2, probably even now, was a benchmark for each of us to beat. Even though he shit on us often in the fishing department.
Filthy swine.
When we returned to the hut, we knew the easiest way was to relieve frustrations by saying, "This is an emergency. Let's have a plug." Mr. Wogg's bloody omelette. And here he is, very hard at work, yes.
Just beating the eggs.
Beating the eggs?
Beating shit out of the eggs.
They were good eggs, though, weren't they, Mr.
All
Wogg?
double yagers.
All double yokers. And over here, Sid's very carefully cutting up the ingredients to go in there. What ingredients have you got, Sid?
Salami, sir, salami.
Oh, jeez.
Salami and Polish salami.
Polish salami. What else is there, Smithy?
A bit of capsicum here, red capsicum.
Mushrooms.
This will be probably the best omelette you've ever seen.
Cut it smaller, what?
Tomatoes.
Oh, there, mate. Oh, yeah, I
Cheese.
suppose you could go in.
Peas.
Peas, yeah.
Got to have peas.
Pepper. Salt.
So, look at this.
Peas, that's corn, you dickhead.
Corn.
Corn. Oh, not corn, no. We don't want corn in there.
Yeah,
They told me there was
corn.
2 blokes that went up to the sandhills this morning.
Yeah, and they couldn't understand why they eat corn.
Yeah, because it was all undigested in the midst of the...
Don't go on.
I reckon it comes out the same as it goes in.
Yeah, well,
No nutrients in it whatsoever, I said.
there's a certain story written about 365 buckets of shit that I haven't read this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
How much of this do you want, Wog?
And the breakfast is being prepared. Stockie just had a shower.
And some of us are drunk.
And as he came back from the shower, everybody thought he smelt so well, he might be the sex item for the bloody weekend. He has since disappeared. We don't know where he is, but I dare say he will reappear.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Whee!
How do you spell it?
Stockie has returned.
Where'd you get those things from? Where'd they come from?
Jack Allen. I copied this one. Remember you used to get those photocopies of that place? Made a stencil out of it.
Bloody old Boucher house are named at Tortilla Flat, didn't
You
you?
have to,
Yeah.
mate. Oh, it's got to go.
What's that
Did you ever read the book?
You right there?
No, never.
Putting the corn in the omelette.
Gotta have the corn. If we get
Keep putting the corn in, Locke.
and I can go, he's in, mate. Let's just take a photo of it.
Right, yeah, but just lean over it so I can see you.
This has got to be the best omelette.
Bloody beautiful, hang on.
Ah, this will be beautiful omelette.
Corn.
Joe. I was only saying this morning, after coming back from up on the sand dunes, I don't tell you.
Oh,
You've got to be enough freaking rude to put the bloody eggs in. The ducks come from there after that corn.
oh, doesn't that look
Straight away.
brilliant?
Yeah, she does.
Eh? Oh.
Yeah, like there, sold them on the back road.
Here we go.
You're joking. Where you take 'em?
This is going to be the biggest omelette you've ever seen, Sark.
You got this on video. I don't believe it.
Just got to balance her a little bit.
Oh, gee.
You're not going to put it all in.
Are we going to eat this or what?
Well, you can't waste it, mate. You were going about that wood yesterday. No. Let that fat run off the top and be good. Yeah, should be good. Put a bit more in.
Stockie, I'd be very quiet if I were you.
Never before me.
Plenty of heat there. Plenty of heat there.
Yeah, put her in.
Just perfect.
Perfect.
You've
Got to keep it upright.
Well, you just stand there, Sid.
Yeah, I can see that. Thanks a lot, fellas.
No way there.
I want to see him flip it over.
Flip this one over, mate.
Hey, how's that for an omelette?
Who was that?
His omelette.
Oh, what an omelette.
Holy hell, she's spilling over the side.
No, it's what's trying to get that.
Let's get that right, mate.
This is a three-man operation, this
Bloody wood.
this omelette. Omelette.
I'd say you're about in the 10 kilo class you'd be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, me, I don't believe it.
Well, there it is.
Well, here's our omelette.
There's a bloke.
Got a bit of a shake up there.
Over Green Hills or before you go over
Probably one of the biggest omelettes you'll ever see.
mountain?
We'll just come back a little bit.
Left, right?
Left, between the two. I don't know, I wasn't here the other night.
What's the name of it? You got a name?
Yeah, Trinidad.
Whoops, careful, mate.
Oh, right.
Gotta come back the other way.
He owned it.
Yeah, they were overnight covers,
You
did
know that?
Oi!
I didn't do that. I actually coloured loose there. Careful on that handle.
Where?
No, it's not. It's right. We seem to have a bit of confusion here. The cooks are starting to argue now.
Moved on the buddy.
Mr. Wall. I want to go up the pressure out of that hose over there, wouldn't you? Mr. Wall.
You can't read him now because he's too busily engaged.
Well, that's the way to go.
He's too busy tipping the omelette into the fire.
He's a bit of a fanful.
Yes, you're right, Sark. We've got that one to go.
What you want to do, what you got to do is pull that fire back this way, mate. The breeze has taken it away from you. The breeze has taken the heat away.
Sounds too complicated.
We got Stockie.
Reverse was one of the four originals at Tortilla flat number 1.
Just before you carry on, this has got to be Jagan reunion reading number.
7.
Anybody want to have a guess?
About 7.
7 or 8.
Not enough, but anyhow.
Okay, 7 or 8.
Sark and I took Tiny and Mr. Wogg's treachery in June 1963.
There you go. I thought it was July.
The four of us had played an odd game of snooker in the School of Arts Hall at Basing. They were great nights, and as the school teachers tried to beat the dairy farmers, that old billiard table gained status as the gallon of sweet sherry and the fumes from the Kero feeder took effect. Remember that, Fred?
Well done. Bloody hell.
But that first weekend was to create a bond between the four of us that was to last for the next 15 years. William Arthur Gow, Wog, had a philosophy of concentrate on a person's weaknesses and he will concentrate on a person's strengths, and he will overcome his weaknesses. He was always positive and was a perfectionist. Mr. Wog and I were mates at school So it was natural progression that he became involved in the 63 trip to treachery. In actual fact, it was a disaster for Mr. Wog. Apart from crawling down the skillion before daylight, he also slipped off the rocks and threw Sark's Graham reel and my dad's second split cane into the dreep off the rocks.
He didn't have to bring that up, mate.
My right?
Part of history.
Mr. Wog, being Mr. Wog, insisted on paying Sark and I for that loss. It was a boot weekend and many comments were made about Mrs. Campbell's pussy. There it is again, Fordie.
Coming up again.
So began an association between four fellas and many other blokes that led to many great weekends. Mr. Wog was the organiser, the initiator, the cook, the mechanic, the planner, and most importantly, the pacifier of women.
You hear that, Bill?
Oh, sorry, mate. Go on.
No, say it again.
Right. Mr. Wog was the initiator, the organiser, the cook, the mechanic, the planner, and most importantly, the pacifier of women. For he always had the charisma with the ladies and could calm them down when the fellas got a bit under the influence of the brown.
Oh, dear.
Mr. Wog was the organiser of many weekends at Tortilla Flat number 1. And as I've said before, he was a perfectionist and placed great attention to detail, to the extent that he became that he bore the burden of many of our trips. He organised the food, the grog, the bait, and whatever was necessary. No doubt he got the shits with me as I tagged along, was only interested in fishing. Regardless of my inadequacies, Mr. Wog persevered with me, and together we had many great times. We were in partnership with a 650 Norton Dominator. We perfected rigs, recommended by Ray Crouch, sorted out fishing with pilchards, gave our kids the opportunity to grow up in a friendly environment, and made the huts livable. In the early days, Mr. Wog and I would walk along the beach from Yager to Treachery. Crazy, but
3 o'clock in the morning.
we caught fish.
He's come on good. No wonder they were chasing him.
If I go home like this, I'm allowed to come
The
back.
23-pound yellowfin tuna that Mr. Wog caught off Treachery Headland in '65 is proof of his enthusiasm. We also caught 67 tailor that weekend. Although his work has dictated that he moved away from the fishing group, to me Mr. Wog is the ultimate organiser and will still enjoy a fresh tailor cooked over the open fire. He succumbed, though, to the pressure of the aforesaid dairy farmers and bought a bloody Volkswagen, which he drove via the breach one time from Tea Gardens to Yagan.
Never regretted the moment of it, did you?
When four-wheel drive vehicles came into the scene, Mr. Wog was in his element and influenced us all in equipping and maintaining our beach transportation. Well done, Mr. Wog.
Very
I've got
good.
3 paragraphs.
Very
there.
good.
You made one mistake there.
Accurate.
What did I make?
You said something about bloody Crouchy teaching us perfection of using bloody pilchards.
No, Mr. Wog and I did that.
Well, you weren't pilchards in those days. You were
No,
beaky.
but hold on. Let's go back.
Mr. Crouchenhauser showed him how to make rigs.
Rigs and things.
Oh, right.
And I'll never forget that morning that Mr. Wog, well, the weekend he was up there and I wasn't up there, and he said,
Bill?
"There's this bastard up there throwing these bloody little fish out there." And he said he was catching bloody 10 tailor to my 1.
Yeah.
Remember that? You were up there? Mr. Wog come back and he had the most beautiful beaches. And, so...
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, you know. I often wonder would they take the bloody beaky if you threw it at them.
I just said that this morning.
I saw a bloke actually on our beach the other day pictures from it. And he had a beaky on it. One of the biggest ones I've ever seen. He had about 8 hooks in it. All those, little hooks.
Yeah.
He didn't do any good.
What do you mean?
There's one thing you haven't mentioned. You haven't mentioned. Before Mr. Wog ever went home,
Beautiful.
you always walk round the hut 14 times.
I have to, you're right. Bloody hell. Let's do it, Mr. Wall. I'll write it up. Well done, Stockie.
Look out, here comes Kate.
Shutters up.
Yeah, let's do it, Mr. Wall. I'll go and write that down before I forget.
Well done, Digger. See what else is
Well done, mate.
You can be sitting in the car waiting to go and he'd still get out.
Do a circuit.
Right around.
Should have had the lumpy pickles.
Oh, didn't you put the lumpy pickles in?
That'll look good
Come.
tomato sauce on top of that, mate.
Not allowed.
Hey!
Tomato sauce is not allowed. At least I found the tomato sauce in the fridge last night.
You know what happens if you put it in the fridge? It turns red.
Does it? Oh, bloody hell.
The coffee, yeah, it's good. You're just in time for an omelette.
I know, I've had my breakfast. He said, be here at 10. We got up at 6, walked halfway to Foster's.
We're up about 6 first. There wouldn't be much happening in Foster at 7 o'clock Sunday morning,
Well, things are starting to get serious here now.
He probably went down.
Have you ever seen an omelette quite that big?
One of the taxis has just arrived. Looks like Sark and Tiny might have to
It'll taste better.
just vacate the premises. But they've had a good day, good weekend.
Last couple of days, we've changed the name of your husband. He's now become John Wayne. Because of his hat. Yes. So we call him Big John from now
I
on.
just thought it was because John Wayne was like this.
Oh, no, because of his hat. Oh, he's a bit like John Wayne. Hey, mate, you really make it like that. He'd have to have a thick tutor in his hand.
It's already done. It's his best man.
It's like going from sublime to ridiculous.
Bloody tablecloth cloth is a bit crooked.
You right, Caliper?
There you go.
Oh, dear, mate.
What's more, Smithie?
No, that's the best omelette I've had at Samba 93.
Oh, bloody hell, don't tell me you got all the plonk.
The only thing I didn't put in is a couple of cloves of garlic.
You never told me to bring any.
I forgot.
As a losing captain, I can see that we were outfished. Just Fred's little flurry this morning made it do it.
Hey, Brad. Bullshit. Started from the day one.
So Fred,
Oh!
you now have a bloody, I'm sorry they're not laminated, I didn't get time to do it.
Holy man. Look at this.
Be buggered, eh?
Look at this.
Yep.
Looks like Stockie already has a copy of these.
Like a bloody coon
But
shed.
Mr. Wong does it.
Right up on the wall. Frame those.
Got to put it away immediately.
Bloody beautiful, isn't it?
That is beautiful.
Mr. Smith, I know you might have been on a losing team, but
Beautiful.
You got a set of those.
Yeah, we've got it up on the wall.
Sark the clerk, sorry I let you down, Digger.
You right, mate? We're there, mate.
To my opposing captain, I concede defeat.
We were just lucky. We were just lucky. We just had the best fisherman, as simple as that.
Fordie.
What?
Here's number one.
Beautiful.
Bloody treasure, eh? Put it right away, so.
Right. Mr. Wog,
What pour any plug on?
with one arm, you did bloody well. So I said, sorry I didn't laminate them, I just ran out of bloody time.
It's all right.
Stockie, you've got yours?
Yep. They're already on the wall, mate.
Yeah.
Talking point. They're up there on the wall with the that other thing with the birds. Remember the fishing trip?
Sure. What's this?
Remember that cartoon?
Thank you very much, mate.
Sorry, I've
Extremely beautiful.
made a shit of a week and I didn't get time. I was going to get all laminated for everybody. Ran out.
Where's the kettle, Bass?
We can have it done pretty simply, can't we? Over there.
Breakfast is continuing.
Oh, dear.
Sid's having a bit of trouble with the milk. Fred's down the other end there looking...
Having trouble with the plum. Oh, shit. Ah, sorry about that.
Down the road.
You're wild, man.
Sorry about that, mate.
The cows, did you fill it up? Milk, Sark?
No, I don't have milk. No, I'm filled up.
a dairy farmer who doesn't have milk,
Milk.
you've got to be joking.
Who wants milk?
Just
Yeah, I'll have milk. 1 lump or 2?
2 lumps. I know 1 lump.
Yeah, I'll have 2 lumps. 2 lumps? Yeah. I'll get another lump.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Wog, the omelette is 24 hours late, but she's a bloody beauty.
Anyone else? Good? Yeah.
How much? Oh. Plenty.
Baz? Yeah. On Wayne. Fantastic. Yes. Thank you all very, very much.
You'll make a great old fisherman.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't put any sugar in it.
Sit up and some of that milk. Where's all the young fellas? I'll be able to fight about that now for the next 10 years. If I live that long. Well, it'll be fantastic. Poor old Calipers, he's the chief of the opposition party. The captain has got trouble.
Failed the score.
Who's the boss of our party? Sid. Oh, Sid. Hey, mate, yeah. I've read it up. You read it up? I didn't know who was fishing for who. I was just fishing for myself. And I did well.
So you keep telling us.
I don't want you to. You should remember that and let it be a lesson to you young people. When you...
I would say, Fred, you won't better let us fucking work.
I'd say after another 20 years, when you mature as I have, you might be able to catch as many guineas, please. He's gone. He's got to apologise now.
He's divorcing himself with any responsibility.
What time are you going to leave for Sydney?
3:30. 3 o'clock.
This afternoon? Oh, we just leave you on to get home and have a shower and a show.
Yeah, I've got to go and organise the fellas. I'll go see Keith.
That's all you're going to have to shout and show.
Yeah, we're going. Oh, I'm going down ratepayer's vehicle.
Oh, here we go again.
Well, you get a company car there.
Oh, yeah, bloody hell. Go for driven. Yeah, one of the council cars. Bloody oath, mate.
You got to drive down or not?
No.
No, right.
Drink up and be merry. See, I don't get to tell that one down there.
You missed after.
The chevron, they can't cook.
Watch the bloody radar on the expressway.
Tell me about the radar in the tunnel, mate, tell me.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that tunnel is bloody deadly. Because you come into it, especially from the North Sydney side,
you know, right down to the...
One day,
you can be doing the ordinary speed limit and not even have your foot on it sort of thing, and you'll still bolt away.
You know when you start to go down into the Hawkesbury, into the bridge?
Oh, yeah.
You wind around the rock there and it's very narrow.
You didn't want one, you said?
I've seen a cop up there with a bloody beach umbrella with a bloody right up.
I wasn't a good idea getting those
Tell
type of
the
panels on. We haven't dropped one yet.
Yeah, the boys know to sit up and down the city in the trucks all the time. They know where they go to sit.
Would you get everything in the box?
Annually.
For my sake,
Do it
because
annually.
I might only have 3 or 10 or 30. You blokes might have 2, 30 or whatever. Yeah.
Well, why don't we do it annually twice a year?
Oh, that's the bloody problem. Annually, we'll do it annually twice a year. How about that, Kate? We're going to do it annually twice a year. Couldn't go wrong.
That's one of those 3 inches.
Couldn't go wrong.
I don't want to laugh anymore. We've bloody chips to go for.
That way it'll fit
I don't know where
20 years in the 10.
Well, don't pick that month where you get 6 weeks of wind in it.
Another problem. There's a fair chance we'll get the tides right one day.
Well, if they got 2 chances, they'd be...
Yeah.
I'll just rewind that bit.
6 months to think about it. 6 months to get it right. Mate, I'm the blame as well as you are. I thought we had the weekend right too. Who cares? Well, the 2 captains, mate. Who cares?
I caught nothing, mate.
I got 2.
So I got nothing.
The earlier weekend, was the time supposed to be any good?
I'm not commenting on
I bet it wasn't.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Couldn't have cared less if I'd caught no fish. It's been fantastic. I thank you all very much.
Yeah, well, as I said, you're a good buddy fisherman. Don't ever give that away.
I'm glad you noticed the problem I had with this hat. I did.
Oh, yes. I'll keep you
Had me a bit
about
worried. You wouldn't notice
I'll keep you
yourself,
up. No, you wouldn't have
noticed.
Yeah, you're extremely lucky that I came along, actually.
Yeah.
You could have been back to front all weekend.
People could have been laughing at you in the street, you know. And,
You would have been coming instead of going all the time.
Oh, dear.
Well, you fellas were going to have to leave with the washing up.
No, good idea. You've washed up enough. You've done
That's for sure, mate. You've done your share. Actually, I went at the time with you.
And thank you very much for your hospitality.
No problem.
It's all right, as long as you
Here,
take food,
here.
it's great to see you.
Fantastic. Been fantastic.
Well, when you get those bloody Yagan hat things laminated, get them laminated. Isn't it the way to go?
Yes.
Yeah. Get them laminated.
Yeah, look, don't
put 'em on
worry
your
about
bloody-
that.
No,
You do pay some for you, mate.
Just one. I'll take one.
I've got some plastic bags there.
I'll just take
Go there,
one.
go get 'em. 2 frozen ones.
One will do me, mate. One will do me. I'll
you
get
want
2 feeds
to-
out of it. No,
You don't get
only
a
one.
taste with
Sark
just
doesn't
one.
want 'em, he's got tons.
Got 70.
He's got a fish full. Just give me one, please, Bill. One will be plenty. I've got a heap of beautiful sea mullet in the freezer. Yep, fantastic.
Well, the party's definitely coming to a close now.
You've had that gold.
Very emotional scenes at the moment.
They all do. They all do.
You reckon I need to?
All right, Calipers.
A few problems over in this corner over here, though. I don't think they really want to go home, actually, but it's got to come to a time.
All right, Sid.
Thanks, mate, for coming up.
Thanks for having us.
No worries at all, mate. But we'll definitely make it an annual event twice a year.
Exactly.
From here on in.
That'll suit
Okay?
me fine.
Righto, mate.
Suit me fine.
Tops.
And the more times I can come here and do it, the better I'll be bloody pleased, mate.
Fair enough.
Thank you very much, fellas. Yeah, just put it all in a heap there together. Come here. Yep. put her all together if you can.
Yeah, we
So that I don't miss half of it when I get out because I'm going to be bloody drunk when I get home.
But because of that,
That's all right. You're allowed to be drunk. You got to have it.
I'm not used to drinking Coca-Cola.
Yes, that's...
I'm not used to drinking Coca-Cola.
that'll probably serve you up. By the time you get home, you'll be right.
I've had about 6 cans of Coke in my life.
Would you? Oh, well. You got to start sometime, haven't
I'd
you?
say that when I get
She doesn't look real busy, mate. I'd be worried about that one.
Fred. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, I do. I do now. Always.
I told you that. I told you that from the start.
I should have recognised it. Yeah, we're sleeping, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't, but now I do.
Cut it out and glue it on.
That's all.
Kate's going to sit in the front. She sat in the back all the way up.
We never.
I'm going to sit in the back now.
We've got a
Whether
bed
she
that pops
likes it or not.
up on the side here, and goes across about that far off the other side. It's a bed out of there.
Well, at this point, we'll just
Plenty of room.
say our final hurrays
Just swap over halfway and get back.
Two batteries in it?
to the man from the mountain.
Man from the mountain, me!
That's him, the man from the mountain, and the councillor. So I'll just have to...
Councillor John Wayne. John Wayne?
Yeah, John Wayne, okay. Yeah.
Councillor John Wayne.
We didn't worry about it. Just slide them in and over the plastic.
Yeah.
I missed that one. Hello, old fella. As we say, hooray to another one.
Yes?
Yes, you're going to be peaceful now.
We'll just check that.
What's the matter, mister?
We've still got you.
Yeah, still got him.
Teeth intact. He's right.
Oh, there you go.
Dance will be
Still be
playing.
proud of me.
We just got rid of the mountain man.
Righto, mate.
John Wayne.
Yeah,
Now
John
we're
Wayne,
getting
John.
rid of the bloke from Copacabana.
The Cobra Kid.
The Cobra Kid, righto.
I better do a lap of honour, I suppose.
We'll catch you later, mate.
Well, don't hit that post over there.
Barbecue's the problem.
You're all right. There, mate.
Boy, hell, it's going to be quiet round here shortly, isn't it?
Stop waiting. Yeah, just drive carefully home, that's all.
Yeah,
Drive,
don't worry.
He's the driver.
Oh, I just got rid of the Copacabana Kid. Now we're getting rid of some of the Maitland lights.
You're playing a weekend and all that shit. But my God, you couldn't have wished it to go better. No? No, it was great.
How's the tides? Tides all right?
Yeah. Bloody tide stuffed it up a bit, never mind. That's the way it goes.
You can't help bad luck.
Mr. Bridge, thanks, mate, for the organisation's been
It's
beautiful.
all right, mate.
Can't help
Fantastic.
bad luck.
I'll drop
Good
that
as you
thing
can
off
come.
to you sometime during the week, okay?
Okay, all right, yeah.
It's flat.
Yeah, very good.
Do it with one hand.
Just put these in here, mate. I got mine in here flat.
What? He's your thinker, mate.
Well, who cares?
Who cares?
It's our bloody weekend. There we go. Bloody beauty. Oh, top weekend. Top weekend. Oh dear. That's not all of it. That's on the same bloody, same number. Trust me! Let's turn it off before you stop the music.